Good morning, world.
Good morning, world.
All right, so we apologize for not having anything released last week. You would think it was because I was in Tennessee, Cedric, but it's this guy can never get a day off from his day job. So please donate to Cedric and Brian at Venmo. So Cedric can quit his job and do this full time like I want him to.
Yes, being around Brian full time, exactly what I need. So make sure you donate a lot so I can do that quickly and expeditiously.
So I was in Tennessee, and my niece, what shirt she got me?
Living in a new world with an old soul. Ah, that sounds very Oliver Anthony-ish.
Yes, she thought of me when she saw it.
Good deal. So, well, we are going to do a reaction today, and this came from our Cash App. I'm trying to phase that out. I started this. Brian doesn't like it. The reason I don't like it...
I like Cash App because money still comes in.
It still comes in, but I can't... This is from Vicky Bracken, and Vicky Bracken wants us to do a song called The American Way by Hank Williams Jr. We're going to do it. Vicky, I hope you're watching this because I don't have a way to respond to you on Cash App. Venmo, you can write back, correct?
Yep, you can respond.
We appreciate it. And also, you want to say something about the video?
Yeah, so we really appreciate, especially the donations to the Cash App and the Venmo. We are doing this song, even though if you've watched our past videos, we usually don't like to do reactions to just a song without an actual video. I was able to find a lyric video, so at least we have the lyrics on this. But if you can find some songs that actually have videos, we just think it's more entertaining to show that on here.
Well, you can react to the lyrics, you can react to the verbal word, but reacting to the actions is also very helpful and all that. But we appreciate you, Vicky.
Yes.
So this is Hank Williams Jr., The American Way. Stay tuned. I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian, and this is Cedric and Brian. Okay, Vicky, we appreciate you, and we appreciate all of you who donate to the Venmo or the Cash App. Links are in the description.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Hank Williams Jr., The American Way. You know what? I really like him on Yellowstone.
He does look like a Rip there. And if you notice, a lot of you said, we want to see you guys in the same room again. Look at that. We're in the same room. So we're going to do this until I actually move, and then we're going to have to go the old way.
Brad, if you're watching this, we're going to get together for lunch and talk about this because he's the IT guy. I just show up.
And thank you again to my niece, Marissa, for the shirt. All right, you ready? We have no idea. We've never heard this song before. True reaction.
I bet you it's about the American way.
It looks old, too. Bow.
If you fly in from Birmingham, you'll get the last gate. If you flew in from Boston, no, you sure won't have to wait. And I'm learning a little more every day about the power of the dollar and the people with white collars and the good old American way. I've noticed I don't get much help when they see my blue jeans.
I'm going to make a comment. So he talked about the white collar and the dollar and the white collar. And then his next line here is he doesn't get much help with blue jeans. I mentioned this to Cedric a while ago. My brother has been working, or he's retired now, but he worked for the airlines since the 70s. Wow. And I used to fly standby. And he said, make sure you dress appropriately. That was back in the day when you did dress. Even if you wore blue jeans, you wore a nice shirt.
Right.
Now you go on a plane and people in their freaking pajamas.
Yeah, a lot of that's just, TSA and security. You want to wear some flip-flops. You don't want to go through the whole being checked out. But I understand what you're saying. I talked to an elderly lady a couple months ago. Like, whenever she goes flying, she is dressed to the nines. Mm-hmm. Like, even if she's just not going to a meeting, she's just going to meet some friends. But you and I get this a lot. About a year ago, we used to get comments from people saying, like, I'm not going to watch your video because we're wearing jeans, we're wearing a T-shirt with that stands for the American way. It's like, I'm not even going to watch your video.
Yeah, but my point on this is it's kind of trickled into just society as a whole. I mean, remember that whole that whole decade where people wore their pants below their butts, and I still see that. I mean, I was out in Tennessee and I still saw people doing that. Nobody really dresses up anymore. If you watch people like Dennis Prager or Jordan Peterson, they're Jordan Peterson with his loud jackets. I mean, that guy, he cracks me up. But there was something to say about a society that cares about how they appear. It just kind of reflects the whole society. Not saying you can't wear jeans. We can talk about this later, but my dad had we had his ceremony, his military ceremony, right. And I wore a nice long sleeve button down shirt with jeans and cowboy boots. You can still dress up jeans,
right.
But you don't have to wear, a
Bermuda shorts and flip flops,
right, or sweats or right. Pajamas. Anyways, I digress.
Two old guys.
Yeah.
I've noticed I don't get much help when they see my blue jeans. Some slick with a suit walks up, oh, can I help you please? Yes, I'm learning. As I gain a little age, about the power of the dollar and the people with white collars and the good old American way.
I'm wearing my cowboy hat.
I know. Play the guitar.
Ooh, key change.
Some high society lady says, is your horse outside? No, ma'am, he's between my legs, but you're too fat to ride.
I am stealing that line.
Vicky, thank you for recommending this. That line alone is worth the whole song right there.
Sonking in right there.
Okay.
Should we explain it? Or if you don't get it,
yeah, I'm sure everybody gets it.
You are save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Horse outside, no ma'am, he's between my legs, but you're too fat to ride.
Good girls need love too.
A little more about my ways. What I think about your dollar and your white collar and your good old American way. If you don't like my nudie boots, I'm sorry about that. Don't make fun of my hat, too. You might get knocked flat and learn some more. If you ever pass down our way, how about the folks without the dollars and without white collars? Hell, they are the American way.
Okay, I know you guys are going to, hit me for my earlier comments because now the song's saying, you know what? We don't have the money.
Right.
We don't do that. But can I push back a little, Cedric?
Sure. Go ahead. You're going to anyway.
I love to get the hate. Yeah. I love to get the hate. If you looked in the past, in the 40s, and I just watched a thing by, his last name's Woodson, he was talking about, he's kind of like a Thomas Sowell. He wrote a book. But even when you didn't have the money, you tried to dress yourself up.
Right.
And again, I'm just saying he's talking about wearing a cowboy hat. That's his look, jeans and a cowboy hat and boots. That's good. It's the sweat. Like I mentioned before, I don't want to keep belaboring this point, but I just don't like that rules don't get enforced anymore. Like if there's a dress code and you see people, well, they're not going to the dress code because nobody enforces it. It's like if you're in line at the grocery store and it's a 15 item and you see that person with 30 items, the checker will not ask them to move because everybody's afraid to follow, enforce rules.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. And the reason my brother had me dress up is because he said, dress good because you may get bumped to first class. So that's why I did it. But now you see people in first class wearing sweats, pajamas. So anyway, sorry about that. I do stop, for those of you who know. Guitar solo. Or banjo, maybe.
Kickball chain.
Want to show some of your two-step? Some of your line dancing? country. Oh, that's it. Okay.
Let me push back.
Ooh,
on
Seven Bridges Road. That's a good song.
Let me push back on your pushback. As I take these headphones off real quick.
Okay,
Thank you, Vicky. We appreciate that.
Before you push back, if you watched our last videos, and if it seemed like we didn't have any rhythm, it's because there's a delay when you use Zoom. So when Cedric's watching the video, he actually has a delay, so we're not hearing it at the exact same time. So sometimes it looks like we're off the beat, and that's another reason we're trying to figure out a better way to do.
When you were talking about the lack of rhythm, I thought you were referring to my dancing.
Well, that's just normal, but I mean, it was even.
Such a hater.
But I could tell because you were like, "Oh, we're not going to the beat," and it's because there's that delay, and the filming is no delay. It's anyway.
Okay, pushback on your pushback.
Pushback on my pushback.
There's a great book out there. I don't know if you can put it up here real quick. It's called The Millionaire Next Door. Have you read it?
No, I know of it though.
Yeah, it's a great book. Yeah. And in the foreword, it talks about how they got a bunch of millionaires together at this swanky hotel in Beverly Hills, and they were expecting the Bentleys and the Lamborghinis. And this guy showed up in a pickup truck, not painted, just the primer. Mm-hmm. And he got out with his flannel shirt and his suspenders and walked in, and they had all the food that you expect the millionaires to eat: the sushi, the caviar, the bacon wrapped filet mignon. So he's looking around. They're giving him champagne. That was just filet mignon.
You got fancy pants on. I just noticed that.
I'll lose my thought. Don't.
You dressed up.
And so anyway, they said, "Would you like anything to drink, sir?" And he looks at him and says, "You guys got any beer?" So sometimes we look at people, and what you're saying, they're wearing jeans, the hat, the T-shirt, but you don't. Those are the people who are the millionaires. They don't drive the Bentleys and the Ferraris. They drive the Toyota, and they pay it off. They it's the whole thing. You can't judge a book by its cover.
The old Ziegler thing.
Yeah,
when we talked about the salesman in the car thing and lost out. No, I get it, and I have no problem with that. In fact, I like when we go out to the wineries and we see the guys that we find out have the money, and they're in the cowboy hats and the jeans and stuff like that. What I'm saying is, if you're going somewhere, let's say you're in first class, they used to be expected to dress for first class.
Right. And
now they don't enforce any of that.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I was with an authentic, actual, with a B, not an M, a billionaire last week. You would never know. I'm going to tell him about this video. I hope you're watching it. I'm not going to use his name because I don't want to put his business out there.
But you can donate to Venmo or Cash App since you are a billionaire.
And he had the New York accent.
We'll just take $1 million.
Right. And if you were to look at him, you'd be like, dude, idiot. Not sweats, but just casual pants, a T-shirt on, like Birkenstocks. If you're from the Midwest, let me give you a quick clue. It's sandals or socks. When you come here to California, you don't do both. So anyway, that's just my little.
Was he really wearing Birkenstocks?
I can't remember what he was. He was wearing sandals, stuff like that. But anyway, good guy. Good guy.
No. And again, don't come back at me. I'm not talking about in everyday life. Other than don't wear your pants below your butt. We just saw that again. I thought that was over. Yes. But if you're going, let's say you're going to a 5-star restaurant, okay? Dress appropriately.
Right. Yes.
People, like he talked about at the beginning of this thing, if you look good, even though you're not supposed to judge people, you will get better service because they're going to assume, because everybody assumes we're all human. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying.
Well, in short, I think Hank Williams Jr. is talking about the good old days when people treat each other with respect and dignity and things like that. But now it's kind of based on greed and what political side of the aisle you're on and how much money you have. He said, just treat... in the words of what's his name, Rodney King, why can't we all just get along? That sounded more Southern than it did. Anyway, Vicky, thank you for that. We thank all of you for watching us. Please continue sharing our channel. We know a lot of you, I've read the comments, a lot of you have magically become unsubscribed to our channel. Don't know how or why that's happening, but it is happening. Keep subscribing to it. Keep sharing our channel with everyone you know.
Definitely share this one because it has the American way in it. So it's going to get shadow banned right off the bat because it has American, which is a bad word on the left. So
yeah, it's a buzzword. Yep. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell, and keep sharing our channel and the American way with everyone you know. It's been a minute since I've done this. Until next time, I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian. We'll see you later.